Well, don't try this at home, folks. I'm going to try some things you're not supposed to be doing. Actually, this is a cheap Rayovac flashlight. It's kind of the classic style, and I like this thing because it lasts a long time. But rechargeables, it's not super bright with. Now, you can see this one, I don't have the old batterizer in there. One's Bataroo, one's batterizer. It's a Bataroo product, right? Now, I know the difference why the difference one's a little brighter than the other is because one is you get 2.4 volts out of one, and the other one you're getting 3. So this is 2.4. I don't know if you could tell, but I could definitely tell a difference. The one on the left looks a little stronger. This one, they're about the same beam, but you can tell it's a whiter light on the left. I don't know how it's coming out on the camera, but what I'm going to do now, these are actually the application you're not supposed to use with this, but this doesn't have any constant current circuitry in it or anything. I don't think it has anything. It's just one simple stupid light LED light bulb. That's all it is. And so I actually have this in here, the Bataroo. But guess what I'm using? You're not supposed to do this either. Tenergy nickel cadmium 5,000 milliamp hours nickel cadmium rechargeables. Now, the reason I'm doing this, I know they say not to do this, but I know these Tenergies can handle a lot of discharge, and I personally, I'm going to experiment with this. I think the electronics on this is going to cause the light to cut out before this gets way too low. You wouldn't want to do this with nickel metal hydride batteries. I think you'd definitely damage them. But these Tenergy nickel cadmiums combined with my Bedini charger, I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be doing it this way. This is one I keep inside. Now, this other light I keep in my Jeep. Now, my Suzuki SJ413, which is we're on the hood of right now. Now, I know you're not supposed to do this, so obviously, if you want to think I'm a company representative, definitely not, right? But when I'm looking at it like this is a very, very, very simple flashlight. It's just like the old school shit, right? It's got one LED in it, one LED bulb, and honestly, they tell you not to use these with LED flashlights, but there's certain ones it works with, and I think this is one of the ones. Like, I think it works with mag lights too. Now, the reason I'm going to put this in here is because this does put out, I notice it puts out a little more light. And it's not a very, very powerful flashlight in the first place, but the thing is, this thing would have an extremely long run time with two deep sized batteries and only one bulb. That basically, that one bulb ain't gonna, the LED bulbs don't break, right? But there's nothing to it. I mean, it's not fancy. This would have a very long run time. Now, I got other lights out there that use the 3.6, 3.7 batteries, and it's like real bright in different modes. But on real bright, that even on a low, like, I'm not talking firefly mode, even on low, I don't think it would last anywhere near as long as this damn thing. And I don't think I'm going to have a problem with the rechargeables. Batteries of that particular brand, of that particular type, and of the battery charger I'm using. So that's what I'm doing. So you can call this kind of an experiment, because they don't recommend it. And if you think I'm a company representative, how the hell would they don't even know, they don't even have any idea I'm going to be doing this, okay? They have no idea. But I noticed the light is brighter, and I know obviously why, because all rechargeable batteries are 1.2 volts increments. So when you got two D cell batteries in here, you're putting out 2.4 volts. There's no special circuitry in there to boost anything up. It's just but that's the beauty of it. There's less crap to go wrong. And usually these damn, a lot of times these electronic flashlights, the place they fail? This switch. Now this damn thing, I could just take the batteries out of it and soak it in vinegar and spray some WD-40 on it if that switch ever got corroded, and it'll work again. And it's still got, your manual button for freaking flashing. I mean, for crying out loud, there's a beauty to simplicity, right? I'm probably gonna put some in this damn thing too. This is an LED mag light, but it was originally just a regular bulb from the 80s. Then it was a krypton. Then I think it was a xenon. Then it's an LED, but it's not no high-tech LED crap. I stuck the batteries in there. It seemed to work okay. It works with. You're not supposed to use it with flashlights, so unless it's a simple flashlight that's like an incandescent bulb. But I'm gonna mess around with some of these, because to me, the big drawback to this light is, I don't know. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I know that particular type of D-cell batteries that are rechargeables, they can take a lot of abuse. They can be really drawn down pretty hard. So, and they're going to get recharged on a Bedini charger. So that's what I'm doing. If I screw something up, I'll let you know. I mean, it's not recommended by these people, but what I like about this theory is it's a very, very, very simple flashlight with 2 large D-cell batteries instead of 2 AA's. Thing's going to run a long ass time with 1 LED bulb in it, right? That's going to run a long time, and it's going to be putting out the same power the whole time with those battery sleeves in it. This particular light, I don't know for sure, I think is okay. There's some, and it's like they're not telling you to do this, it's me, okay? I'm freaking screwing around here, okay? But I like the concept behind that. Simplicity, simplicity, simplicity. And this damn thing's got enough light, when it's got 3 volts coming out, and it's going to be putting out 3 volts the whole damn time of those battery life, and I know nickel metal hydride's got about twice the capacity of nickel cadmiums, but when you're talking D-size batteries, and this is still a pretty slim flashlight. This is the old freaking Rayovac jobber, man. Remember these? Now it's made in China though. And it's still got the ring on it. You can hang it up off of shit. See, right here. I got more of these inside, man. It's got a ring on here or some shit. Pulls up. Yeah, oh, it pulls out. Pulls out. See that? Right there. That's your ring. I got one in my El Camino like this. Got one in my Jeep, one inside, and I got an extra brand new one on the side too. As a matter of fact, I'm probably gonna order some more sleeves. I'm gonna order a bunch. I'm gonna see how many more batteries I got that I use in radios and shit. And I'm gonna probably order D and AA sleeves. Well, maybe I got enough AA's. I got 8 right there. I don't know. I'll probably order more AA's and D-size battery sleeves. But I think that's going to be a slick setup. I think this was an upgrade LED on a mag light. Now, let me tell you the truth. These LED lights, these ones that aren't like real electronic, they get dimmer as the bulb gets consumed up. I mean, as the battery gets consumed up. Excuse me, not the bulb. I'm thinking of xenon bulbs and what do you call those? Krypton bulbs. They get black after a while. Krypton especially after a long period of time. But as the battery gets consumed up, these type of simple ass LED lights will get dimmer. You're not supposed to use battery with freaking LED lights, but I'm going to use them and freaking experiment with certain ones. Not real, and I guess that company, the company's going to find out what the hell ones work and probably tell you which ones work well with it in certain instances, because there might be certain LED lights when you put them on high power, it might drive the light on high power longer. But generally speaking, definitely don't freaking try this at home, But I think it works with these. I mean, this is like a $2 or $3 flashlight. Like just got a bunch of them because I like the old classic design. And I got extras, and I'm going to show you my Bedini charger, because even if I draw down those nickel cadmiums pretty hard, that Bedini charger will bring them back. That's a $300-something charger, but I don't know. I don't think the batteries. I don't think that particular brand of rechargeable is going to get screwed up by the battery. It's my opinion. I'm not an engineer or nothing like that, but we're going to be trying this. And like I said, the reason I want to try this is because this light, when you have a couple alkalines in it and they're brand new, it's definitely strong enough. It's not like real powerful, but it's definitely strong enough. If you have a couple rechargeables in it, it's a little bit less strong, and then it drops off from there. It still works, but it's not that strong. So I'd like to have rechargeables putting out 3 volts between both batteries. That's what I'm going to be freaking doing. And obviously, it's an experiment, man. And I'm going to be messing around with this thing quite a bit, so I think it would work well with this damn thing too. I like this Maglite, man. The old indestructible 1980s. It's not, I got other freaking little electronic freaking lights. They're freaking stronger than that big jobber, but that thing will run longer. It'll run longer. Yeah, that's my Bedini charger. So that's what's going to get. This is what I'll recharge those batteries with. I don't think they'll get damaged, to tell you the truth, by the battery, because they're designed to be really kind of abused pretty well, because they're nickel cadmium Tenergies. Right now I'm actually recharging some AA's I have in the solar lights that I'm using for that light on my clock I run at night, so I can see it on my security camera. And sometimes I just charge the crap out of them instead of just letting the solar panel do it. So, but this is what I was talking about. It's a freaking little Rayovac flashlight. Lighting since 1914. I think the flashlight was discovered in 1900 something by some English guy. Actually, back in 1922, I was looking at battery statistics. Just in the United States in 1922, they were selling 25 million batteries a year in 1922, just for flashlights. So, technology hasn't changed that much, actually. It's got LED. Well, this is an LED. Says, freaking 100 years, man. No, 100 years of freaking making flashlights. That's what it is. There was 100 years the day the light would go. Well, it'd be nice if it went for 100 years. But it's the old style, man. I kind of like this crap, actually. Oh, 50,000 hour lifetime LED. That's what it is. So, I got the battery sleeves in here. You should really put them in. You're not even supposed to, first off, you're not supposed to put them with LEDs. You're not supposed to put them with rechargeables, but I'm doing it. And I think there's exceptions to the rule. So we're screwing around here. Okay. But this thing I think would run like a gazillion years. But not a gazillion. No, it'll run extremely, extremely long. With, what do you call it? The damn, the one bulb in there that's not really super high output. It's 50 lumens, it looks like. Or 30 lumens. Can't even read that. I'll try to read it. Okay, so it's about 50 lumens. So, but I usually like using this thing, but I know it's only short-term use. It's real bright. But if I had this someplace for a long period of time, I wouldn't trust this. I wouldn't like to have this in my car, because it would, the modes, it just sucks down the battery pretty quick. I use it for inside the house mostly, when I got to go outside, do some kind of car work maybe, but I wouldn't like to have it in my car for like an emergency flashlight. I want something that can run a really long time. So, that's the disadvantage of getting extra fancy shit that puts out a lot of power. It doesn't run that long. So, that's cheap though. That's cheap. And I personally think it would probably work okay. I think this one would work fine with the sleeves. I'm kind of guessing on this, but it's an educated guess, because it's not it doesn't have really like any real serious electronic circuitry, and it's just a freaking stupid simple LED bulb in there. It's nothing fancy in the least, man. You know, no high tech. So I think the sleeves would work okay on it, and I think they'll be fine. I'm experimenting, and you know, since I know I'm going to be recharging those NiCads with this thing, nickel cadmiums, I don't think, even if I drew them down a little bit, you know, this thing's probably going to get about 500,000 recycles out of those damn things, which, so they'd be those batteries could be lasting 30 years and putting out really good light for dirt cheap, right? So this is what I'm doing. I don't want to explain myself too much, but it's like, obviously I'm not following the book, okay? You know, even the recommendations from the battery manufacturer, but I think it's going to work okay in my situation for what I'm using, and we shall see. On second thought, I'm going to get a little more scientific with this. This flashlight is going to have, they're both going to have the NiCad batteries in it. This one's going to have the battery sleeves in it. This one doesn't, okay? And it's could probably take me a long time to, you know, I'm just going to see if the Tenergies get damaged eventually from using the batteries. I bet you they don't. Because they're designed, these are really designed to be really drawn down pretty hard in devices. And I'm also going to see the difference between the performance of these two flashlights. Not that I'm going to actually run the shit out of them. I'm just going to pick one up here and just keep both these inside. Use one every once in a while. And this one, this got a regular incandescent bulb in it, right? It's pretty strong. It's just going to have, this is going to have the sleeves with some regular alkaline batteries, batterizer, or batteroo. I think this thing says, one sleeve says, yeah, this sleeve says batteroo and the other one says batterizer, but it's batteroo now. This will go on my Jeep, or my Suzuki, because this thing could be sitting in there for a freaking year, and if I forget to charge up the NiCads, even though they don't discharge as fast as the nickel metal hydrides, they'll discharge, you know, like I think 1% a day, and so that's not too cool, because after a year they could be pretty low, whereas these alkalines will be good. And this thing will be putting out the same brightness the whole time with the sleeves. So this will stay in my Suzuki, this thing. The SJ413. It's a pre-Samurai model. It's 3.5 inches more narrow than the freaking Samurai. Never rolled it though, because I'm careful enough. See, it's got the 30 below zero cold crack side curtains. So yeah, that's good enough. That's good enough light. I got a freaking lantern in there too, and that's got a regular, believe it or not, let me put this light on here. This lantern actually has a, I'm going to recharge this one. This has a non-rechargeable battery in it. This lantern. And I charge those things on a Bedini charger. It freaking recharges them, man. So we're going to be doing that one. Anyway.